This piece that I'm standing in front of, I am calling it Liquid Dreams. It originally was something else. It started out as something else. And of course, I cannot remember what it started as, but I did it over a period of maybe 4 months. I was playing around with the composition and the figure eight, whereas I can go here and come around and circle here, circle back here. And a lot of times with this painting, I turned it upside down, right side up. I would work on it in different angles or different ways. Uh, and I finally called it Liquid Dreams because I felt this down here was like water. If I'm in the water, what am I dreaming of? If I was a fish, what would I dream? That's basically, it's just, this piece is just completely impulsive and, oh, what if I do this? Or what if I put some letters on it that doesn't really mean a thing? A reverse E, A, and an upside down T, and characters just out of my imagination that just spoke to me. And just, what if I did this? Or what if I start removing paint? Or what if I use the stencil here? So it's just a cornucopia of ideas and things that I could use doing other paintings and doing other things. Hence why I'm calling it Liquid Dreams, because it's a dream of characters, of figures. It's like something that can be put in a child's room or a doctor's office or someplace like that. Just mystical, magical, and that's that's what this painting is to me. I really love this part right here, and I love the characters that is in it. Uh, it's like I was being a child again, and it wasn't trying to impose any restrictions or trying to be something and or trying to paint like somebody else. I'm just being impulsive and creative in this process. And that's why I like this, one of my favorites, and kind of sometimes hesitant when people ask me to buy it. This particular piece actually was going to be two pieces, and it ended up just being one. I worked at SFO installing signage for about 2 years. And as you go into, I think it's Terminal 1, where Southwest Airlines is, as you go past the TSA checkpoint and head toward the gates, there's an Apple store that you see right away. You make a left turn, and before you make that left turn, there's an Apple store, and above the Apple store, it's just all glass. And sometimes going there in the mornings, the way the sunlight reflected above the store was something I wanted to capture. So that's why I call this Apple at SFO. It's just an experiment with shapes and composition and direction, and just also a testament as to at SFO, everybody's going in a different direction. When the morning comes and a lot of flights are coming in, everybody's coming from different parts of the United States, different parts of the world, and that's my impression of the Apple Store at San Francisco International Airport. The painting we're looking at now, I don't remember what I called it, but it is about taking some of the elements of SFO, dealing with angles and some graphics, along with an idea I have about the black triangles, black rectangles that are there. How melanin, this structure here is the DNA sequence for melanin with the carbon and the different elements that make up DNA. This is the structure of it. And I became really interested in it, exploring the idea in popular culture, people always say, oh, melanin, melanin, melanin. And I began to realize, wait a minute. After I just started doing the research on melanin, I realized, wait a minute, everybody has melanin. This isn't something just black people have. So I said, that whole thing is a lie. If anything, I would call it, oh, this person has deep melanin, or his melanin is different. But not only people, but everything has melanin. Plants, birds, everything. It's just responsible for the different color, for all the color that we see in the world. So that's why I did this, as a testament that black people do not have we don't corner the market on melanin. And that's why I really like this painting, because it speaks to for me, it speaks to all of us. It's almost like I can say, in the beginning there was melanin, and go from there, because it's everywhere. Code switching to survive. As you can see, the rectangle shapes in this one is also, you can find them in the melanin painting I just discussed. Is that one of my first jobs, I was a salesperson at Sears and Roebuck, selling cameras and photographic equipment. One day my mom called and I answered the phone. She says, may I speak with Daniel? And I said, oh, this is Daniel. And she said, oh, there you are. Because I had a different voice at work and a different voice speaking to my mom. So in business or in community, a lot of times I speak, and I think I speak for a lot of African Americans or people of color, we have to learn the King's English. We have to speak a certain way, act a certain way. But then when I get home, I can drop that and I can just be myself. So it's code switching. We have to switch it up. And that's what this painting is to me. I have to code switch, develop my own language. It's like the lines within the structures and the way they go up or down and the way the circles are oriented, whatever community or whatever environment I'm in, I got to switch it up. My wife hates it because she'll say, Daniel, you're too intelligent to be talking like that. And I'll speak like that anyway, or I'll write like that anyway. And that's all I got to say about that.